This is Charlie Bears. In his hand, 4th place seating at the 2013 Bot-Ball Championship. On his face, a look of success. But how did he achieve such success? Let's take a look. My quest for knowledge started here, at the headquarters, if you will, of the Hampton Robotics team, Charlie Bears' house. Charlie spends most of his time in this room, designing robots with his team of engineers. I spoke with Charlie about his beginnings with the Robotics Club.
My dad is, he works in robotics currently, as a profession, and I had a senior, one of my friends, when I was a freshman, he was a senior, and he had worked with my dad and knew my dad, and my dad said, you should talk to Charlie, you should get him into bot-ball, and then, one thing like led to the next, and then he took me to the club. So.
Now, let's take a look at Charlie doing what he does best.
Alright, yeah, so this is one of our robots. You get to build two, and this is the larger of the two, obviously. Its purpose is to collect these orange and yellow cubes, these little ones, and it's supposed to drop them off over in this section of the board, and it has some PVC sections that it has to drop them into. Mike's bringing them over.
So this is all part of the game?
Yeah, this is one of the game sections, and it has to get them in, drop them in their respective color bins.
Creating, testing, and repairing. These are all parts of the robotics design process.
Yeah, so now I've just raised up this larger structure a little bit so that...
At the beginning of competition, all robots must conform to the same height restriction. Yet after competition begins, robots can be raised to an unlimited height.
So as you can see, that motor raises and lowers this whole structure.
Charlie has devised a clever way to use this to his advantage. Charlie has designed this robot to raise itself up to the same level as the cubes and then slide them into their corresponding receptacles.
That's a little better.
There you go.
Alright, so...
Yeah, it's not bad, but still.
Okay.
With some work, this reaction can be achieved again. This man also getting a high five is Brandon Duderstadt. As lead programmer, Brandon is responsible for telling all of the robots what to do.
So at this point, the robot is going to go up, and it's going to straighten itself on this line.
At this point in the design process, Brandon is programming the robot to stop on this black line.
Basically, it works using some touch sensors on the, light sensors on the bottom of the robot that can sense the color of the line. And it uses what's called a logic tree, which is a series of true or false statements based on sensor inputs to figure out where it is and write itself on the line.
Charlie, Brandon, and the entire robotics team work tirelessly, day in and day out, trying to achieve perfection. How long have you been working on this particular robot here?
I think it's been 3 weeks since I started. A week of pretty hard work, a week of not as hard, and then this week has been kind of finishing. So, 2 or 3 weeks in total.
Do you work every day?
I try. I have lacrosse, and the other people have soccer, or they do parkour. They do all sorts of stuff. But generally, I'll work on it just about every day.
3 weeks of working hard every day, and the robot is far from finished.
Oh my goodness. Something has gone wrong.
But that's all right, because the team is dedicated to coming home with another trophy. It will be hard for the team to fail. They've got all the right tools. They've got all the parts they need. They've even got nature on their side. They've succeeded before, and they'll succeed again in this, the wonderful world of Bot-Ball. Oh, she's still going.